everybody? How is everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday. So, Wealthy Wednesdays is on Tuesday this week, this month, because tomorrow we are doing the last session of the Money Moves Master Course. We'll be talking about investing tomorrow. If you are already signed up for the course, then you'll be here in that course. You have the link. You should have gotten the link to your email. If you don't have the link to your email, let me know. But we had to do Wealthy Wednesdays on Tuesday this month, and only for this month. So I try to keep it the last Wednesday of every month from now going forward. But we had to do it on Tuesday because that was really the only option that I had. So welcome, welcome, welcome to this edition of Wealthy Wednesday on a Tuesday. Hey, how y'all doing? Saying hi. So Wealthy Wednesdays is something that I started. I just started this last month. It's just an initiative that I have started to help us do better with our finances. So essentially, what I'm going to do is I'll go live every single week. And when I go live every week, I will basically be giving you tips and tricks. Same thing, kind of like my content, if you follow me already, down to earth money and home buying tips. I pride myself to providing real life solutions to real life money problems. Like, no fluff. We're not here for fancy, oh, you can do this quickly. We're going to really be tackling different. So today we're going to be talking about debt. We'll be talking about debt elimination and investing because those are two things that I feel like really held us back financially, and they kind of stop us from being able to accomplish our financial goals. I see that you're on here, so I'm hoping you can hear me. We're not going to wait too long. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to put my slides on the screen. Mm, 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 mm. And this, honestly, this is something that I've wanted to do or I thought about doing for a while now, but didn't really get a chance to. So I'm going to try to continue this on going throughout the full year, every day. Every last Wednesday of the month. And then if something happens like this month where I had something else going on the last Wednesday, I'll simply just pick another day. But it's still going to be called Wealthy Wednesdays because it don't have to be on Wednesdays. We can honestly do it any day if you really want to be honest. So let's get started. So Wealthy Wednesdays, honestly, this is something that I birthed myself. So I'll be touching on different personal finance topics. If you have topics that you want me to cover, definitely let me know. But just to give you an idea of some of those topics and what they will be, it can be eliminating debt, how to save more money, just the different things that you will need on your journey to financial stability. Because I understand that you desire financial stability. I want to be here to let you know that you deserve it and it's absolutely possible for you. I'm Nia, so it'll be me that you'll be hanging out with. Sometimes I might bring guests and have them come in and help me, and we can just kind of do these topics together. Let me know. But this is the second edition. So this is the second time. The first time I did it was last month. And I'm super excited. I'm excited about it. I'm happy to see like what it brings and what comes along with it. But I wanted to bring something that can truly help people get started. We all get frustrated with the process. And sometimes, honestly, we got to be real with ourselves along this journey also because we have to realize some of the steps that we might be taking that be self-sabotaging our finances, but we're doing it so subconsciously that we don't even realize that we're doing it. So that's another thing that I like to make people more aware, make them take deeper dives into their spendings and the root of their spending, because it's really hard to solve a problem when you don't even know the root. Like, how can you create a GPS to your finances and you don't even know where to begin? So you have to be able to create the roads and everything that you navigate on your journey to financial freedom. So I always start off with the same question. If you've ever taken one of my courses, you've been asked this question before, so you already know. What does money mean to you? That's my question that I always ask. What does money mean to you? And I ask this question because I like to see what different people feel about money and what you think it means to you. I'll tell you what it means to me after I see some of your answers, but I always like to ask people, what does money mean to them? Because money can mean something different, and how you feel and think about money is going to basically determine how you move with money, how you use money, how you see money, and your relationship with money. So it's very important for you to understand and know exactly what money means to you. Okay. All right. Okay. What about you, Chris? What does money mean to you? So I know that you've been really been working on your finances and getting your money mindset together. Can like do you know like any changes that you've made thus far that you can say like if like what money means to you if it has changed or if it's stayed the same throughout this process? Let me know, let me know, let me know. I realize it might be a delay, but let me know, let me know. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. A tool to acquire resources on my way to accomplish. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. So it's a tool to acquire resources on my way to accomplishing my purpose and my goals. I like that. I think I'm going to do that one again. I think I'm going to read that again. So you're basically saying it's a tool to acquire resources on my way to accomplishing my purpose and goals. Now, that's it right there, literally. So when I tell my answer, because people always want to know my answer to this question and what I think about it and what I feel money means and why I always ask this freaking question, that's exactly what it is. I think of money as a tool. And I always use the example of a hammer because a hammer and the way you have to use a hammer is going to be the same thing. You need to use that hammer, hold it correctly, right pressure, right angle, in order for you to be effective and get the nail in the wall. If you don't, you're going to have problems. You might injure yourself, and it's going to end up all bad. So I always use it as an example. With that's how I use money. I see it as a means to my end, a means for me to get. Yeah, exactly. It's simply a means. Exactly, exactly. It's simply a means. So I that's what I see it as. And the more I see it that way, the more that I can use it more strategically, the more I can use it with less emotions. So I feel like all of that stuff is very important, and this is one of the reasons why I always ask this question. And if you've ever like taken one of my courses, seen me speak, or been at one of my events, you will know that I ask this question because also my goal is if you're not thinking about money the right way by the end of my session, by the end of working with me or taking one of my courses, I want you to be thinking about money differently. That's one of the main reasons why I always ask this question as I go through my presentation and I talk about different topics and address them. I want to see if how you think about money changes. So if you see money as simply, oh, you just see money as somewhere that you can just pay bills, then that's the only way that you're going to use it. And the more money that you come across and the more money that you get in your hand, you're only going to use it to pay bills. So with that being said, that's not how we want to use money. We're trying to level up. We're trying to travel. We're trying to live our best lives. We're trying to enjoy life. Like we can go on and on and on and on about it. Another one of the questions I typically ask, like if anybody in the audience has any degrees, professional certificates, or any other types of accolades or things that they've worked hard for that they had to invest time, energy, and money into. And I usually ask that question because that exam reason you have something that you put effort in, you put money into, you put your time behind it, you invested in yourself. That's the same type of energy you will need in order for you to be successful with your finances. You're going to have to put time, effort. It might be some tears involved. It's going to be an ongoing process, and it's really going to take your dedication and your energy. I personally went to school myself. I remember days having to write a 10-page paper in one day. I remember having to be up late studying, doing work, doing homework. Like I remember all of that. And it's me personally, it was worth it. I definitely see the growth that I have had. I see the connections that I have made. I see the advancement in my career. I actually use my degree. I know that's not common for some people. They say a lot of people, but I personally use my degree. I was very strategic in which degree I pursued. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like I use it. Now, of course, who am I? I have to tell you who I am, what I do. My name is Mia, for those who don't know me. And honestly, when you think about money, and the goal is really to learn how to use it correctly so that you can have a better fulfilling life. So being stressed about bills and scared of your credit card statements. That doesn't have to be your norm, and it doesn't supposed to be your norm. There is life on the other side of debt. And let me tell you what debt is to your life. So for me, I didn't really see debt coming. I was blindsided, when I was younger. Really didn't learn about money management or credit cards or anything like that. Then I turned 18 and I got all those credit card offers in the mail, and I didn't even know how to use them correctly. I thought that I could just go spend. So I don't have to break down for y'all what happened next. You already know what happened next. And if you already know, then you understand how I initially messed up my money, my credit, all of those things, not knowing how bad that I was doing. So I started spending, not really knowing. And at some point, I needed to pay that money back, but I didn't have the money to pay it back when it was time to pay it back. So I've stumbled a few times in my life financially. I've had judgments, of course, been sued by credit card companies, all of the above. We know how it goes. I paid that off a couple of times. So the first time that I paid that off, I felt like I was doing good, but I was only making money transactional at that point. And I had to learn that money moves are not transactional, they are transformational. So I need to make sure that I'm making the internal transformation, because personal finance and your journey to financial stability is a self-awareness journey. So I had to make sure that I actually made it that transformational journey. Otherwise, that's how I ended up right back in the same exact debt that I was before. I actually ended up in a higher amount of debt than I was initially. But that's because I made it transactional when I should have made it transformational. Okay. So now the second time I paid off my debt, like I said, which was a higher balance, it was because I had decided I was fed up. I was tired of them soaking up my paycheck. I worked really hard at work. I'd work hard now, but not as hard as I used to work in my previous job. So I was tired of busting my butt every day, all day. And as I bust my butt every day, all day, then I lost all my money because I was paying all these people and I still felt like I was chasing around and doing this and doing that, but none of it was really helping me advance. I was constantly looking for money to pay my bills. I didn't have enough money to do this. I'm chasing this person, chasing that one. I'm taking money from this bill, putting it to that one, but I'm like, I'm working too hard. Bro, this is not it. This is not it. So those are the type of things that made me decide that I was fed up with paying off debt, and I was ready to sit down and decide what can I do to make sure this doesn't happen again. Okay, I was tired of giving away my hard-earned money. So I don't know about you, money didn't come easy to me in my life. I've had to work for it and spend years, like I said, up all night doing homework, writing papers, all of those things. And I've worked multiple jobs for years also. So a lot of those things had me saying, like, I've done too much to get where I am to have my money constantly being swallowed up every time I get paid. So I decided to do something about it. So when I got frustrated and I did something about it and I started to actually look at what I was doing and why I was doing it, I found out I was operating in a scarcity mindset. I found out that I was not really looking to solve the problem. I was just trying to rush to get to a solution without really trying to figure out how the solution came about. So I was willing to just pay somebody, oh, you do it. I don't need to learn how to fix it myself. And those type of things is what caused me to be where I was, in a mess. A big mess, and I'm the one who got myself in that mess. So I had to do the work to get myself off. So I'm really honored to say, though, even though I did, grow up in extreme poverty, I can look back and realize that one, my daughter has never experienced that. She's never experienced that level that I have. And, if my mother were right here, she would probably be tearing up thinking about some of the things that we experienced together as we were growing up. And, she was making it happen. So like I tell people, I was the third child to a 7-year-old single mother. And then she was struggling, putting food on the table, working, busting her butt to make sure that we were good. She worked hours, multiple jobs to provide for us and make sure we had what we need. So she didn't really have the time to spend teaching us about personal finance and budgets or anything like that. So I had to kind of learn on my own. And then I got older and I grew up and I became a single mother myself. So I had my daughter at the age of 17, which naturally, created other financial struggles and obstacles in front of me. So I had to now navigate that, not knowing much about personal finance, and now I have to raise this child who's completely solely dependent on me, financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of the above. So um, something had to get done. So that's what I did. And once I did that, though, I was able to pay off. I paid my way through my undergrad. I founded my company, Perspectives, which is a financial education brand. What we do at Perspectives is we take individuals from struggling and stressed to empowered about money so they can achieve financial stability. And I just started to live a better life because I learned how to use money correctly. I started to travel more. Now I'm an avid traveler. I've been to more than 20 countries. Hell, by the end of this year, it might be 30 because I can use my money effectively to do those things. I now invest in real estate. I've been learning Spanish. I can proudly say for 3 years, which that's huge for me because learning Spanish is something that I've wanted to do for years. I've always wanted to learn Spanish. I've always wanted to do better with Spanish, but I didn't have the money to consistently take lessons before. I didn't have the time in my schedule to consistently dedicate to Spanish before. So as I got more stable financially, it afforded me the ability to do the things that I want to do. So this is what made me want this for other people. This is what made me say, like, yes, you know, other people, I'm sure, want to be able to do more to things. Everybody has a goal that they've been working on or trying to accomplish for years, but maybe financially wasn't able to do so. So that's why I tell my story to share it to others. It's not a flex. It's not me trying to flex on anybody or anything like that. It's to share what it's possible for you to know that it is possible for you. Financial stability is absolutely possible and you deserve it. Okay, so that tells you a little bit about me, who I am, what I do. And we talked about a lot of the different money struggles that we have and that we go through. And so let's talk about some of the reasons for those money struggles and why we experience them. A lot of times we don't realize a lot of our money habits can come from our parents. So, how we saw money being spent when we were younger, how we experienced money, if we had money conversations, if we dealt with poverty and we weren't able to get things that we want, or we heard the word no a lot when it came to things that we want. A lot of those things, all of those things, like, of course, this is a webinar. We can't get deep down into all of these things, but I like to touch on them to make you aware so you can start to do that own self reflection because personal finance is a self awareness journey. I don't care what nobody says. So some of those things, like I just mentioned, might play a huge role in why you act a certain way with your money. You might have been told no growing up all your life. So now that you have a little bit of money, and sometimes even if you don't, you're like, well, there's nobody to tell me no. I'm saying yes to everything. I want this, I'm buying that. But all of those things you really can't afford. Your wallet didn't tell you that you can afford to buy all those things. So that's where the disconnect comes in because you're thinking about all these things that happened before, but you have to take the time to process those, work through those so that they can stop basically ruining your chances of financial stability. You also might have a scarcity mindset that could come from living without and operating without. So now you operate still in that space and you have to operate in more of a life of abundance, which basically means that you're operating knowing that I don't have to buy this today because I know that what's meant for me will be mine. So don't feel like you have to buy in bulk because if you don't get this deal and buy this sale today, then this is going to be gone and you're not going to have the opportunity to purchase it. That's not what the way you want to operate with your money because it will cause you to buy a lot of things that you do not need, that will cause you to have a closet full of tags, cabinets full of canned goods from years ago, and a refrigerator full of things that end up spoiling because you don't get a chance to use them because you bought them out of a scarcity. You bought them because you didn't want them to be gone and you were scared they were going to be gone. Then impatience is another huge one. When we become impatient, when we see something and we want it and we want it now and we need to have it now. So what? We won't use this for 3 months from now. We won't use this for a long time from now, but we have to have it right now. So this is also one of the things that can cause us to buy a lot of things. And on a smaller scale, this does not sound like a lot, but if this is something that you do regularly, every month, every week and you're consistently doing this, let me tell you how that affects your finances. It affects your finances because that money that you're spending on things that you're not about to use or you don't really need, that's money being taken away from your goals. That's money slowing down your arrival at financial stability. That's money taken away from you being able to travel, money taken away from you being able to invest. I had a lot of my students approach me about wanting to invest, about wanting to learn how to invest. So that's one of the reasons I did the Money Moves Master Course. And I'm bringing somebody in specifically to teach about investing. So, one, you can learn from an expert. One, you can have a viable, vetted resource that you can use to be able to get solid information because it's oftentimes that we don't invest, but we don't invest before a lot of different reasons, which we'll talk about a lot of them today. But these are a lot of the reasons why you're finding yourself in financial turmoil. You're finding yourself in financial clutter because you're making a lot of decisions based on different mindsets, but you're not talking to your wallet first. You're not having conversations with your wallet first before you make these actions. So I think that it's very important for you to think about these and see how any of these apply to you, or maybe all of them might apply to you at different times when it comes to your finances. But this is something for you to explore. So we're going to keep it going because I don't want to keep y'all all night. Now, what are the results? What are the results of you living your life this way? The results of these different, the childhood trauma, scarcity mindset, or impatience. What are the results of you operating your finances this way? Here it is: high interest payments. High interest payments, you can literally make the same purchase as somebody else, but you pay way more for it. So when you think about your life and all of these money habits and what they do, it'll make you really give a pause because high interest payments alone will literally stop you from making progress. It's no substitute for the time lost while you were paying and shelling out money on interest to credit cards. If you have multiple three-digit credit card minimum payments, those things are sucking your money out. They have your paycheck in a chokehold, whether you realize it or not, because that's a lot of money that can be going towards your financial goals. Okay. So you spent time creating this debt. You spent time charging up the cards. Um, and a lot of times we do that because we're trying to fill a void or we're trying to create an image. But what we don't realize is that's only temporary. You still don't feel fulfilled. You bought a lot of things, but none of them really fill that void that you were looking to fill. And with everything going on in the world right now, so when they keep saying like the Fed, interest rates went up, everything went up, your credit card interest rates are going up also. So you're paying more for that debt now. For that same debt, you're paying more for because as the rates continue to increase, those rates on your credit cards are also going to increase. So that means you're actually paying even more than you were paying before for those high balances that are literally sitting there. You want to take a vacation and you really want to increase the amount of enjoyment that you get out of life. But the problem comes in when it's time to pay for those trips. So you look to pick up an extra job. So now you're exhausted all the time. Now you're feeling frustrated because you can't seem to catch a break. Now, if anybody has dealt with this, feel free to make yourself known in the chat. But honestly, it's very important for us to identify these issues that we have or that might be going on so that we can do better with our finances because you can't get a solution unless you identify the problem. And it's also important for you to know what your goals are. What are you doing? So by correcting my finances, what am I achieving? I'm achieving a more fulfilling life. By correcting my finances, I'm giving myself more of my time. By correcting my finances, I'm eliminating a lot of stress. So that's the way you want to think of it is fixing my finances again, it's not only transactional, it is transformational. So you want to think of it in a way that, how is this going to benefit me? How am I going to increase my life, my quality of life by doing this? That's what you're doing by fixing your finances. The next thing is the fear of investing. When you grow up with a scarcity mindset, you have a fear of losing your money. You have a fear of it. So you're scared to invest. You don't want to invest because you feel like if you do, where's your money going to go? How am I going to keep my money? I'm going to lose my money. Or how am I going to do that? And we consistently have those conversations with ourselves and we talk ourselves out of it. And we stop ourselves from doing things that could potentially help us. Because the reality of it is, saving is not enough. So, back in the day, they used to be able to work for 35, 40 years and they could save up money. And if they save up money for that time, then they would be able to retire and live a comfortable life retiring. Those days are long gone. You have to invest in order for you to be able, and invest does not necessarily mean stocks. You can invest in real estate, you can invest in stocks, you can invest in a business. Like, there are many different ways to invest, but you have to get over that fear. And the best weapon that you can use against fear is going to be education. So if it's something that you're fearful of, I challenge you to educate yourself on it so that you can become more knowledgeable about it and therefore help you overcome that mindset. When you learn something, when you learn more about it and you become more understanding of it, you typically, one, build your confidence up, you get more knowledgeable about that subject, and you feel more prideful and you feel more educated when it comes to talking about it, doing it. It eases some of that tension that we put on ourselves when it comes to it. So that's why investing is going to be important, but it's going to take you to start making those mental mindset shifts. And my first recommendation, I'm always going to say, is to educate yourself. Educate yourself on the topic so that you can do better with it. So we moving right along. We moving right along. Because again, I don't want to hold up your time, but I will be coming on here every month so we can do these sessions. And like I said, if you have more topics you want to talk about, definitely let me know. But investing is the way to build generational wealth. That's how you're going to build it. At the end of the day, like I said, fixing your finances is giving you more time with your family. It's helping you achieve a more fulfilling life. It's allowing you to actually spend some of your hard-earned money because you're the one who earned it. Why shouldn't you be able to spend some of it instead of it all going to creditors every month? You have to be able to put some to the side so that you can save, you can invest. You have to invest in your retirement. That's another way that you can invest. So it's like, don't think that everything is only a cookie cutter solution. You have multiple options and ways that you are able to build and to work on fixing your finances. So I'm just saying. So let's talk about it. What are some of the reasons why we don't invest? We don't invest because we don't have money. We don't invest because we think that we need to put our whole paycheck or our whole salary up in order for us to be able to invest. We don't invest because, again, like I said, we don't feel confident about it. We feel like, oh, well, all my money's going to be lost, or what if I do this, or what if I do that? We consistently talk ourselves down. We consistently question ourselves. And we question ourselves so much to the point where we just be like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Forget it. That's what we have to work to get that done. So you have to start to work on your own ideas, your own perceptions about money, your own perceptions about investing, about making money moves. Then of course, lack of knowledge. We don't know about investing. Some people think investing is a scam. Oh, hey. So, some people think that investing is a scam. So if I invest my money, is I'm gonna get scammed. It, I'm just saying, you investing in yourself is never going to be a scam. Just being honest. You just have to educate yourself before you do it. I don't recommend you go out there and just go crazy, but I do recommend you educate yourself. You find resources. There are several resources that are available and you learn. And then, of course, the misperceptions. You thinking that you have to be excellent at math. You think you have to use your entire, oh, hey, you have to think that you have to use all of your money. You can start with small amounts, but you have to learn that. You have to know that that is possible for you. So, this is one of the reasons why I create the resources that I do. This is one of the reasons why I continue to show up for my people because I want us to learn and I want us to do better at this money thing. I want to make money talks normal. I want us to be able to have conversations about money and it don't be taboo. It's not like, oh, well, I don't really want to talk about that. I want us to get the same energy and excitement when we're talking about making money moves than we get when we talk about other things, because all of these things are important and these things are going to help us. So, with that being said, as we all know, this month is, well, actually, tomorrow is the last day of the Money Moves Master Course. Now, If you're just tuning in, the Money Moves Master Course I created, and it started in the month of April. Now, this course really, honestly, it's your roadmap to mastering your money, eliminating debt, investing for the future, and really being able to achieve financial stability. The class started on April 6th. So we have the last session tomorrow, which that's why I had to do Wealthy Wednesdays on the Tuesday. It's still Wealthy Wednesdays. I don't care if we are on Tuesday today, but tomorrow is the last session. So tomorrow we will be talking about investing. Actually, Urelis Tifa from Cash is Queen, she will be coming in and teaching a full investing one-on-one course to help you understand how to be a long-term investor, understanding how to start investing, how to get in that mode and learn. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, this is your chance to grab your seat because it's at a lower rate now because you have just this one course. This month has been all about the Money Moves Master Course. And if you're tired of struggling with your finances or you feel like you really can't just get ahead and you really are looking for ways to maximize your money, to do better, and finally start investing. You've been telling yourself you're going to start investing. You're going to be telling yourself you want to invest. Your money and your retirement account is sitting there and you're not really doing anything with it. If any of those things have something that you have told yourself, for one, you're not alone. There's no reason to be ashamed. It's no reason to, put yourself down. You're not alone. You're not on an island. There are many people who are looking to get better and do better with money. So that's why I create these exact resources. So with that being said, if you want to change all that and you were given the opportunity to change all that, would you take it? Would you take it? So let me tell you about some of the things that you're going to learn in this course. Okay. So tomorrow we'll be doing this course. It'll be at 6 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. I can provide you, if you do this QR code, you'll be able to sign up for this course. Since this is only the last one left, you're getting this one course, I'm going to give it to you for $97 if you sign up today. You can't beat that. I'm going to give it to you for $97. I'm going to tell you what you can learn in this course. For one, you're going to be able to understand the different types of investments. So you can learn how to choose the right investments for you. You're going to learn how to make smart investment decisions so you can help grow your wealth over time. So yes, you can start small, but when you start small, you also can use that to build. So that's what we want to help and teach you so that you can achieve financial freedom and live more of a life that you want. We're going to help you minimize your risk and learn how to do it and how you can create an income from investing. So if you thought about investing and you've always been scared, this is the one for you. We're going to help you learn why women of color are usually not able, or like you don't, you say you're going to do it, but you're not able to take that final leap. So that's what we're going to work on tomorrow. So here's the QR code. Definitely take a picture of it. Use that QR code to sign up. If you want me to, I can drop the link in the chat. Let me do that now. Let me see. I can drop the link in the chat. Bam. So I put it in there. I need to drop the link in the chat over here. So let me do this here. Trying to navigate and do too many things at the same time is what I'm doing. But yeah, so that will be tomorrow. It'll be 6 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time, and you'll be able to log on to that course. You will get lifetime access. So once you enroll in that course, you will be able to go back and review it, anything that you missed or principles that you didn't understand. It will be a live course. So we will be there to answer your questions. We will be there to answer any questions that you have, talk about it, any specific things that you didn't really get. We'll be happy to help and explain them. It'll be me, myself, and Urelis Tifa from Cash is Queen. We'll both be on there. So I highly recommend that you join this just simply because it's time. It's time to take action. We've been talking about it, and it's really time to be about it. I've had several people come to me, ask me about investing, asking me about offering these resources and offering these services. So I wanted to bring something and give the people what they want. So that's one of the reasons why I created this. And I know that a lot of people are used to being the MVP of a lot of things in their life. You know, they're really good in their career. They do well. They excel. They've always been a high achiever, but the finances is one of the things that they have not been able to get it. So I want to give you an opportunity to take action and do it. So if you can make the change, if you can see yourself being able to live a more fulfilling life and be able to really maximize your money and your current income, because until you maximize the income you currently have, making more money is not really going to solve your problems. Making more money is not going to help you do better. It's really going to take you starting to learn how to maximize your money, changing your money habits, learning how to invest so that you can maximize the income you currently have. Then when you add money to it, you'll be able to really kill in the game. So if you have any questions, I'm definitely here. Drop them in the chat and I'll be happy to answer them. If you need me to drop the link again, I can. Or if you want to see the QR code, I can probably, let me see if I can change my camera around. Okay, I had to look for it and see. Yes, maximize your money. You got to. Unfortunately, like it's not back in the day. Like back in the day, you know, they could work for 40 years, 50 years at a company, then they're retired, they're chill and they relax. The rate these housing is going up, food, eggs, everything is going up, and it's just getting extremely expensive. But also the rates. So the rates, the interest rates that we're being charged for debt, they are going up also, which means that debt is even more expensive than it used to be. So we couldn't afford to have a lot of debt in the past, but now we really can't afford it because it's getting so much more expensive for the same amounts of debt. Buying a house, a $400,000 house is $625,000 now. Like this is the reality that we are in. So we have to be able to take action. We have to be able to invest in ourselves, and we have to be able to get the necessary education to level up and change, you know, to make the changes needed so we can achieve financial stability. Absolutely. You got to maximize your money. Um, and I'm just so happy that me and another, you know, personal finance creator were able to come together to create this course. Because I've been asked by many of my students about like who should I go to for investing. I want to learn how to invest. A lot of people are scared to start investing, so I just wanted to bring something that you would be able. And of course, if you're a member of my Money Master Academy, so yes, if you're a member of the Money Master Academy, this course will be in the class portal, so you will get access to it. Just so you know. But yeah, it's getting real out in these financial streets. So we gotta get real about our finances, you know? So there you go. That's the QR code. Oh, I didn't show the QR code on here. Ooh. Don't worry about all my let me see if I do this. Don't worry about all of my tabs that was open. But yeah, so again, like I said, if you sign up today, well, I'll give you to tomorrow, like until the class start. That's all you got. Once the class start, of course, then that's your opportunity gone. Um, but I think it's gonna be a dope class. I'm super excited. I if you ever learn or want to learn how to invest, this is your chance. $97. That this is the biggest drop in price I think I've ever done, but it's because it's the last session. So we've been doing this course since April 6th. We started on the first Wednesday of April, and we've done it every Wednesday. It's live. So you will have both of us right there to be able to sign up for this course. And of course, if you have any questions, definitely let me know. But I'm going to actually get off here soon. I got some recording to do. Yay me. I'm glad I got my workout in already today though. But I still need a little bit more steps. But yeah. So I haven't seen any questions. So I'm going to let you all go. I hope you all have a fabulous Tuesday. Next month, we will be back to on Wednesday. And it will be on Wednesday. I believe next month is on May 31st is the day for money moves. Yes. So next month, Wealthy Wednesday is going to be on May 31st. Since I'm on here, I do have some dope updates that's coming for you. So changes to the Money Master Academy is coming. I'm going to announce my next 5-day money challenge. That's coming up. I've been working on that. And then I'm going to be coming out with a new book. So it's going to be a small little quick book, but I wanted to create something like a quick resource that people can use. So I'm getting excited. I got a few announcements to make, just a little. But yeah, so all right, you all have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Adios. Mm.